In this video, I'll be sharing the full process of making these tiny mugs, from throwing to the final results. A lot of my inspiration comes from nature. There are an abundance of flowers in the spring to draw inspiration from. Luckily, we live in the mountains with trails all around that my partner and dog can enjoy. The geometric patterns that I observe in the many variety of flowers inspire the patterns I often incorporate into my carvings that you will see later in this video. I begin my process on the potter's wheel. I'll be throwing all the tiny mug forms off the hump. I find that when throwing tiny vessels, it is much easier and more time efficient to throw them from one ball of clay. While the steps are the same, some of the tools have to be modified in order to make the piece. I'm using a paintbrush like I would a sponge and a needle tool to cut it from the wheel. The great thing about making tiny pieces is that they are quick to throw and I can make a lot of them in a short time. Making experimenting with textures and glaze is fun while gaining feedback for future works. It's a fun challenge to try and throw some of my favorite mug shapes in the mini version. I trimmed each piece to have a nice little foot on them. With my smallest angled loop tool, I was able to be precise and achieve a small, smooth, and even foot. I create e-tail lines now while trimming to carve patterns along them later. Once I've carved all the feet, I begin my decorating process. I'm creating a mandala on the bottom of each piece by forging an impression with a flat, pointed tool. There are little reflections of nature and the beauty all around us, a reminder to pause and appreciate the tiniest details in life. I have a lot of great appreciation for patterns found in nature and in cultures worldwide. A lot of the patterns that repeat themselves in life are part of the fabric of who we are. I'm creating the handles in a similar way that large handles could be made, beginning by rolling out a thin coil and cutting it into inch-long sections. I compress the coil and apply it to the piece. With something so small, I don't concern myself with scoring to attach the handle. It will be secured simply with water and by smearing the clay together at the joint. I pulled the handle off the piece somewhat to get the shape I was going for. Just like a large mug, I'm sure to line up the handle so that it is even on all sides. With an X-Acto knife, I'm able to create nice sharp lines that give the handle a more uniform shape. Each handle I made had a unique shape to it that I decorated with accent lines. I find this machinist ruler to be one of my most used and beloved tools. These little mugs are ready to dry and to be bisqued in the kiln. They'll be stacked into other pottery during the bisque firing, not taking up much room at all. Once bisqued at cone 04, the clay now has a porous surface that can be easily handled and ready to be glazed. I begin my glazing process with iron oxide. I mix the oxide powder with just water and paint it directly onto the surface. I'm applying it to the areas that I want to accentuate the carvings, giving them more shading and depth. I find this part of the process to be very meditative. Once I've painted all the pieces, I go back over each piece with a sponge to remove the top layer of oxide, leaving the oxide in the design impression. It brings out the design and gives it an earthy quality that I appreciate. I hand paint each piece with a variety of glazes. Even these small pieces still require 2 to 3 coats of glaze to have a nice even surface. Once glazed, I clean off the bottom so that the glaze is in just the center of the mandala. Now they're ready to be fired in the kiln. The great thing about such small pieces is that they will always find a place in the kiln. I fired these to cone 6, which is 2,232 degrees Fahrenheit. Here are the results after the firing. I've been putting them on a string and selling them as necklaces. They'd also be great dollhouse mugs or fairy play house pieces. What are some tiny clay objects you have made? And is there something you'd like to see me make in the future? Thanks for watching to the end. Please like, subscribe, and share with a friend.